brought to you by the Municipal Councillor for the District of St. Bruno since 2013, Mr. David Tekotis. David understands his important role as a competent and honest administrator. In addition to his mandate as a Municipal Councillor for the District of St. Bruno, he held key positions on the Executive Committee as Vice President of the Executive Committee and Deputy Mayor. David chaired the Board of Directors of Société de Transport de Laval, or STL. David also wants St. Bruno to remain a vibrant community with a strong community attachment serving its citizens. Now, back to our latest episode.
We're back.
Lisa has a way of starting this podcast. It's hilarious. It's every week. It's like I do a countdown.
Energy.
It's a boost of energy. Like, and she takes a deep breath right before.
It's true.
Wedding Chimes really gets you excited, doesn't it?
I get excited.
Wow.
I'm very enthralled.
Welcome back, ladies, to Wedding Chimes.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're back with another episode.
We haven't really moved because we
What's-
like this sofa.
Wait, what do we call the people that listen to this podcast?
Chimers.
Les chimers en français. Et chimers.
What? Ladies.
I don't even know where you're going. I don't know where you're going with that one.
Nobody
Chimmer.
knows. Don't try to follow Lisa where she's going. You're gonna
I
get
have
hurt.
my own vocabulary.
You're gonna get hurt.
It's,
Something's gonna happen. You're gonna need a.
Once I try to, I'm like, but I don't know where she's going with that. I'm like, I'm really hoping it just makes sense at the end, hopefully.
It probably didn't.
It does. See, she understands me.
At the end, I'm like, okay, we're good. I get the train of thought.
The train of thought. There really is no alcohol in here.
Alcohol, I swear.
The problem with
0%.
Lisa's train of thought is there was about 4 trains
I was
that
gonna
led
say.
into one at the end, but it took 4
But the
trains. to
big
get there.
train had the caboose. Woo woo.
So, ladies, wait, hold on. Val,
Yes.
look in, present yourself, even though everybody knows.
I'm back
Val,
with another episode.
yes,
We're
you
back.
are a wedding planner
Yes, I am a wedding planner. That's what I do.
and the host of Wedding,
Wedding Chimes
with
with
Val.
Val.
And we talk about weddings. Lisa, present yourself into that camera. Yes.
I'm the ornament
Whoa.
next to the wedding planner.
What is that?
I'm the bouquet she throws. No, kidding.
Oh my god.
Being metaphoric. Hi! I'm Lisa. I podcast, I act, and I do all sorts of fun stuff. This is the funnest that I've done out of a lot of the stuff that I've done because I really enjoy the topic.
It's
And I
really-
enjoy the people,
Can't go wrong.
and we wish the wine had a cup.
That would be
And
interesting.
you got married so long ago that to get back into it, you're on this podcast.
Well, yeah. You know what, though? It's so long ago that I don't even know what the trend
That's right. So we're like,
That's why I'm here to let everyone know.
In those years, it was like the shoulder pads, the puffy,
yeah. I
the
feel like,
lace.
I
don't
think
like lace.
they're
I don't
making
do
a
lace.
comeback. The big puffy sleeves. I think.
Oh
many-
no,
how many
I
years
don't do puffy. I don't do ribbons everywhere.
how many years ago is it, if you don't mind me
It's
asking?
24.
Fuck
Wow.
off.
Yeah.
Next year's your 25th?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now you could hire a planner to do your 25th.
Valve renewal. They do that. Go
Wow.
down south.
No, I don't want to. I don't remember what my vows were. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
Yeah, so I had like big, like, yeah, no, it wasn't
No.
good.
Wow.
It wasn't good.
Wait, let me think. Because I'm going on almost 19, I think.
Wow.
But that's the
too.
second wedding. So if I do the first one, we would 2000. I think in 1 I got married the first time.
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. Around the same time. Maybe
Yeah,
we're in
yeah,
the same
exactly.
room. I don't know.
Imagine we were like in the same hall.
Imagine it's like
That would
different.
have been
Yeah.
scary.
My
yeah.
God.
I remember though. I was like lace.
You want
I
to
was-
laugh? You know Plaza Volare?
Yeah.
That's the first wedding. My first wedding was there. And it was the first year it was open.
Huh.
So I went there because it was
God.
the new thing.
The thing,
like
the newest.
My parents were like, "There's a
venue.
hotel in the hall. What the fuck?" It's like a whole big
It was
thing.
the newest
It was like,
thing.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
And they had a tent. So the cocktails were in that tent. They
Yeah.
still have it. It's still
Yeah.
there. Just that the hall is about 9 times bigger than it was
Oh
when I got
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Back
over
then
time,
they were
yeah.
like.
But it was brand new first year in operation.
yeah.
That with a tent and a hotel.
It was, the
outside?
it was the newest thing for.
I was in the shit,
Yeah,
man.
but back then it was you had all those
Yeah.
halls.
Yeah.
You had. I mean, it was just very
The
very
white walls, that
traditional.
carpet.
I
you know?
told
That
I told
carpet.
people, they're all saying the Italians. Yeah, it's in Dorval. Dorval, all the way
Where's
down.
that?
all
I
the
was
way over
gonna
by
say,
down there.
how dare you?
Yeah.
Gasp! Why would you go there?
Yeah, there was.
That was back then. That was the thing.
back then. Oof.
Many years ago.
Yeah.
Moons ago.
Yeah.
You know what? When you think about it, though, you have to say, well, now in hindsight, when you think about it, it's like it's not that long ago. But when you really think about it,
It's
you're
like,
like,
whoa.
damn.
It's fucking long ago. What are you talking about? It's like archaic.
Yeah, I know. It's like a quarter of a
Holy
century almost.
Shit, you kid, 25. Wow.
No, I'm not 25.
You're-
No, we don't push it.
No, you're getting to your 25th. That's a big year. The big
It is.
silver.
It
Next
is.
year. Next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I already feel silver.
That's
It hurts here, hurts here, hurts
you feel
there.
it. I am silver. What is it? That my band, they call me the Silver Fox. The singer called me the Silver Fox.
That's a good one.
And it stuck with me in the band. So what do you want to do?
With me in the-
So Val, what's our topic? Come on, this is a good one. I'm
They're all
excited.
good, but I think this is probably one of the top.
Uh-oh.
So, to tip or not to tip wedding vendors?
Love this
Yeah,
topic.
I think this is gonna be
Yeah.
good.
So, how do I start this? Well,
Yes, tip everyone. No, I'm kidding.
End the podcast. End the podcast. Done.
so basically,
Tip the band the most. What? Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Oops.
No.
Just kidding.
So typically, when you have a wedding, you hire vendors.
Tons of vendors.
Many different vendors for different. So vendor includes your venue.
Yeah.
Right. That's a vendor. You have, let's say, your florist, photographer, makeup artist. They count officiant or pastor, whoever is marrying you.
Yeah.
Then you have, let's say, photo booth, DJ, band, you name it. You could have like 30 vendors if you want. It's-
Flowers,
Yeah.
bonbonnières,
Every
table covers, decor.
rentals, you name it. You could hire a lot of it. It adds up quickly. So couples ask me, I think almost all the time, who should I tip? And I tell them, well, based on my advice, what I've seen and what I learned over time, is some vendors do include tip in their contract already. They have it in fine writing, saying we'd appreciate a gratuity of X amount, or they already included in their price.
Yeah.
So it's already included. They say tip and tax included,
Yeah.
or we'd appreciate X amount. Some don't. It depends on the owner. Depends on who's running it. Most venues already include it.
Okay.
I'm not talking for all venues. It's just general. Most venues already include tip
Yeah.
to make sure at the end they get tip. But some don't. Some maybe they do, but you think, okay, let's say my venue did a really great job. Let me tip the head waiter or the bartender. That's at your discretion. I always say it's at you. You have to feel like they did such a phenomenal job that I want to tip them.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's the key with all the other vendors. Like example, did your hair and makeup maybe did a phenomenal job? Do you want to tip them? Okay, that's on you. So it really comes to what you feel comfortable and what you want to tip. Either tip, you could have a cash envelope and give it to them, or you could even e-transfer after the wedding saying, hey, thanks, we appreciate it, and here you go, a little extra something. But there's no pressure to tip either. Let's say if you just don't want to tip, even though they did an amazing job, honestly, sometimes it's even better just to write an amazing review than if you don't have the means or you just don't want to be spending more money, because you're paying for a lot of stuff too. You have to keep that in mind.
Yep.
At the end of the day, but if you want to do both, fine. But if you want to maybe just leave a nice review or a thank you note, sometimes the best because it stays with the, with the vendor the longest. Like,
that Google review is worth a lot.
yeah, it is.
nowadays.
It is worth it. So I'm saying tipping is honestly monetary. You could just leave a really great review saying, hey, thanks so much to the band. They did an incredible job. You know?
Exactly.
Or if you want to do both, tip and leave a review. It really depends on what you feel comfortable doing. And always read the contracts. We said this before, but always read to make sure you're not tipping twice. Because if you think about it, some vendors, like I just said, they already include it in their price. So you already tipped them. it's included, and they have to put it as a disclaimer. They have to say, or some recommend tipping under contract. It doesn't mean you have to, but if you were to tip X amount.
Yeah.
So it depends on you. Florist, if you want to tip them, that's fine. It's what who you feel did an amazing job that you didn't pay them enough to tip them. That's what I say. So it really comes down to that. If you think your photographer did an amazing job too, you already paid them, but you want to tip them, that's okay.
Yeah.
But it
all depends on what
it depends your comfort level too. And one thing is I tell couples, don't tell a vendor you're going to tip them and maybe then don't, because let's say they didn't do a good job. You know what I mean? Like don't say like, oh, I'm going to tip you after, and then something happens and maybe you don't like anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So don't overpromise on the tip too. And I find tips aren't really talked about online. I don't see many creators, because I find it's a hush-hush, but I think it's important to know that vendors, we're not expecting a tip. You pay us X amount for a reason, because we have, we calculate it based on our service, what's required and everything, right?
Yeah.
So we're not expecting a tip at the end of the night. If you want to tip, thank you very much. We highly, forever grateful.
Yeah.
If you don't feel bad, don't feel like you have to tip everyone, because then how much cash are you going to be carrying around for everyone?
Exactly.
If you think about it, how many envelopes are you going to be,
Well, I think tipping has become a different thing nowadays. Well, not even nowadays.
Yeah.
It's always been. It's such a gray area that
it is.
And what's the theory? Because I basically developed my own theory.
Yeah.
And then from that, I'm gonna apply it.
Yeah.
Whether it's wedding, whether it's work outside my house.
And that's
because
the thing too.
everything's expensive.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
it's
And
true.
so everyone is. It's priced. The venue is priced to make money. He's not doing it because he likes you.
No, it's to make
band,
the most profit.
Everyone's doing it to make
They
money.
want to make. That's it.
Everybody wants to make.
Yeah.
If I could charge $50,000 for my services and get it, I would charge it,
Yeah.
because I would be stupid not to, right?
Yeah.
If you
exactly.
could, why? If you could,
why not?
Yeah.
So now, what's the theory on tipping? I mean, to me, the theory is, I guess, make sure you apply your theory.
Yeah.
So if your theory is because I feel it's a great job and you
They
went
did
above
and
and
beyond.
beyond what
Yeah.
the job is,
I was gonna say that
Yeah.
they have to
Then-
do such a stellar service that, oh my goodness, you're gonna
Yeah.
be raving about it forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree.
my
Totally
frustration
agree.
comes in when DJ, like, again, I'm gonna bring
Shit
it
on
down.
the DJs.
Yeah,
No, I'm not-
yeah,
no,
bias.
not
No,
at all.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, they always get tipped
Yeah.
I want to say majority, yeah. I
because
think
they're
so.
one guy.
Yes, tip or if
But
you're
not
or
necessarily. You can have an MC with
or
a
there's
Okay,
two, yeah,
but-
but you're
Yeah.
two guys.
My point is that if it's because they did a good job, like, you're tipping because it's cheaper than if you were tipping the band.
Yeah.
That's where it's like, well, hold on, what's the theory here?
Right.
Because to me, if someone does an amazing job,
Yeah.
if my bricklayers that I paid 20 grand does an amazing job and I want to give him more because he went above and beyond,
Yeah, of course.
I'm not going to give him $4. I'm going to
It
give
doesn't-
him.
yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
give him like 20 grand. I'm not going to give him 15%
Yeah.
because all of a sudden I
Yeah,
have to sell my
I'll
house.
do the rest of your bricks.
But just like if you think, okay, I want to give the DJ $50,
Yeah.
you could give the band $25 each.
Yeah.
And then
If that's but
Yeah.
not just be if I tip them it's expensive, so let me just tip
how I
this.
see
Yeah.
it,
You
and
know?
another theory I sort of over time sort of saw, like what I based as a wedding planner. Example, if you tip DJ and MC, and if you have the band, this like music, you should tip both.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
tip
like, you
one.
can't-
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, again, just as my opinion, what I've seen, example, entertainment. If you say, hey, I want to tip all entertainment the same amount,
Yeah.
you prepare it ahead of time in an envelope. So it's already put in there, the money. So on the night of the wedding, you're not fumbling and you're not like,
Yeah.
It's already
it's
there.
finished, it's sealed. You do
Yeah.
not open, you seal it up so you're not tempted to add more or less.
Okay.
It's like, let's say, example, you want to tip DJ, you put DJ on the envelope, and then either you or even as a planner, sometimes I give the envelopes before I leave.
Yeah.
I keep it with me, and then I just
Yeah.
distribute it to who's the name I see, you know? So that's why I say, if you want to tip entertainment, band, DJ, performer, if you tip one, you should tip all. Like, I find, I don't know, I've seen many different scenarios. Again, it's just my opinion. I'm not right, I'm not wrong. Do it is best for you. But remember, at the end of the day, you choose an amount for everyone.
Yeah.
You predetermine that amount.
Oh yeah. See,
So,
I'm
yeah.
different. I just bring
That's how
cash.
I see it.
Yeah.
I bring
Because
cash.
I find that's smart too, but I find on wedding days the bride and grooms are so
Yeah, oh,
stressed.
yeah, for sure,
Busy,
for sure.
like
Yeah,
you're not
you don't have
focused.
time
Yeah.
to be like,
True.
let me count the 50. Like, you don't have time to
You're
start
busy
fumbling,
looking at the bushas coming in. You're not going to start counting.
But I need to be inspired to tip.
So that, and
Oh,
that
but-
too.
Yeah, I
I
guess,
need to.
yeah, I
no,
see your
it-
point.
to
I
me,
see your
I see
point.
your point, yeah.
I
see
don't
your
want to
point.
see it as
And
it's
let's
because
say- yeah.
and not because of the wedding market, because of
Yeah.
the life. You go to
Yeah.
Tim Hortons and they're
They
asking you
always
for
say,
tip,
oh my God.
and it's like,
Yeah.
you got me a donut. This donut cost 2 cents.
Yeah.
Not
I
even,
paid
yeah.
I paid
Is it a real
$4.99
donut?
for it.
Yeah.
I paid 300
Yeah.
times a markup. You turned around and you're getting paid. Why?
Yeah.
What's with
Yeah.
the tip?
And
Like,
let's say
it's got
if
too
back
much.
on your theory, you bring a good point. So let's say example, you already have the money in the envelope for, let's say, DJ.
Yeah.
X amount. Let's say if your DJ does an incredible job of more than you ever expected.
Yeah.
If you want to give more, then fine, add on to it.
Yeah.
That's okay too. I'm not saying you can't add more
Yeah.
than what you put, but don't feel pressured to do it. If you already put an amount
No,
and you're
I
happy
think-
with it, yeah. And that's the big thing I tell my couples, because I find some of my past couples were very nervous
Yeah.
when it
Yeah.
came to tipping and very scared. They're like, so I told them exactly that. A, you already either you put in the envelope already, or B, someone, not you or your husband, someone, let's say someone you trust, to carry the cash, and then they give it on
Yeah.
their behalf, because
Yeah.
you're not gonna have time. You don't have pockets to put and you don't want to be a walking cash and ATM.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, if they do a phenomenal job, give more. That's fine.
And also who
Yeah,
you
I
tip
agree.
to, right?
I
Yeah.
agree.
So these are theories again
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
But
sometimes
you
I
have good
analyze.
theories, though. You
Well,
do have a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Well, again, and this is not shitting on a DJ, but typically
No.
in the entertainment business, the smaller it is, the more that person makes money. Like I'm
Well,
talking
less
on a
people-
business.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he
the less
doesn't have to
people,
share
yeah.
it. Yeah.
The
So,
less
like a
profits,
DJ,
yeah.
and I don't, definitely, I had a DJ company. I still do. So
Right.
I'm not shitting on it at all. I'm just saying the one guy, the money that it costs for one guy,
Mm-hmm.
if you my band is 12. And
Yeah.
yes, it is, we are more expensive.
Right, but you have 12.
But comparatively,
people.
if you divide it by 12 or by 2,
Of course. Yeah. The
the
guy's
2 is making
more.
a hell of a lot more than
yeah,
the
yeah,
12, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
more.
And also like the hall, I'm not going to tip the owner. I'm not. I'm going to tip the waiter
that took care of you the
he
whole
saw
night,
me,
yeah.
I don't know, my tie was crooked, and he said, hey, buddy, here, your
Yeah.
tie's crooked.
Ah,
I'm
yeah,
going to
that's-
take $50 and give
Yeah.
it to him. Hey,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah,
you know?
of
Just
course,
to
of
him,
course.
not to the other, like
Right?
just to
Yeah,
that
exactly.
waiter, yeah.
And it's not to be cheap. It's
Yeah.
more, it's to be like, no. Like,
I
First of all-
appreciate, yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate your
the waiters are
service.
making a certain amount, but the guy who owns this $2 million building,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
He's
making,
making-
yeah.
He's making a
your,
killing.
your,
Or
your bill
what
is
I- what I-
$100,000 for this
And I
thing.
even tell couples, speaking about waiters and waitresses, I'm like, if you wanted, let's say if all the waiters and waitresses did an amazing job, you tip the head waiter or waitress or the
Yeah.
maitre d' to give it to everyone after,
I'd
And-
rather give it
yeah.
to them personally. Every single person.
Yeah.
I'd rather shake their hand. That's
Thank
me.
you.
I'm
Thank
old
you.
school.
Thank
but-
you.
But
Thank
hey, but I mean, if you have the time to do that, to
Yeah.
go around, but if not, you do what
Yeah.
you can. But that's if they do, like you said, they helped you out or gave you a new fork without asking, or they saw
Yeah, like-
you had a standard, like, oh,
They were
let me,
on their
yeah,
game, so
exactly
they
that.
were
If they
taking
did a
care of
stellar
you.
job,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
go for it.
I-
but if they did a mediocre job, then you have to look at that too, right? You have to really, and that's the thing. If you want to tip, like during the night, you'll notice things, you'll observe things too. So
Yeah.
don't feel. I always say, don't feel pressured.
in
no
the
one,
end-
no one's gonna come after you.
Yeah. The prices
everyone
are
got-
charged.
You already paid your wedding. I mean-
everyone got paid.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
The prices
Technically.
are charged, of course, again, it's always to make money. So
Yeah.
you're paying market value. Some things are worth more than others, but you're paying market value.
Yeah.
If your friend is the DJ and he gave you a good deal because he's your buddy, hey, I've known you for years, you gave me 3 gigs, don't
Yeah.
worry. And
Yeah.
you want to tip that guy because he gave you a good deal. Cool. Then
That's the
then you
difference,
should
yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
I've played for some people that we charge, it's our price because
Yeah.
it's busy season, that's our price.
Yeah.
And they come up to us and they tip us on top of what we made. Well, we made
There we
money.
go. Yeah.
That's good.
And then other times when a friend of yours calls and you give him a good deal,
A really, really good deal. Which,
and
yeah.
really, you go above and beyond to say, hey, I could have had a wedding, I could have had a gig at 8,000,
But I took.
but I
But I
did
took
yours for 6,500.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
And
Yeah.
That's quite a
Zero.
splash too. Eh?
It's a freaking.
Well, it is.
good- yeah.
It is like
It's quite a slap.
I've had people literally invite me over to the barbecue.
Oh no.
This was fun. Actually, no, it wasn't to me. It was my brother. I was dying of laughter. His neighbor invited him over to his barbecue. Hey, we're having a family barbecue. We're having a
Okay.
barbecue outside of my house.
I could just imagine.
And he looked and he
no,
said, and if you want to bring your instruments and play,
"Oh my God, that's what I
If-
thought." Oh, no.
yeah.
If you
Well, he
want to.
basically said, come play it.
Free
People are gonna-
work. Yeah.
That was like
So-
a real
Free labor.
So
Show
my
up.
brother calls me and says, hey, what are you doing Sunday? I don't know. We're home. Okay, we're coming over. I said, okay, no problem. He goes, yeah, I can't show my neighbor. I told him I'm busy. So
Yeah.
I can't show him that I'm home.
There we go. Yeah, you have to be. Yeah, and
But
that's another
people take
thing too.
advantage.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
They
what?
do. They do. Some people do for sure. If you have a DJ or you said band,
Yeah.
they'll take an opportunity to try to.
Do you tip
They
a
will-
florist,
they will
let's say?
try.
Honestly, florist. My many theories about vendors.
Yeah.
If your florist did an incredible job with flowers, meaning you never seen flowers like that before, like wow, like then okay. But if you have a typical florist or very generic wedding flowers, nothing over the top,
Yeah.
I'd say maybe tip the driver,
He drove them there.
But
Welcome to my house.
I mean, it could be, it could go a long way. You never know. Maybe you might need him to come back because
Yeah.
you never know these things, But if the florist did like such a phenomenal job that, wow, like really, you never seen anything like that, I'd be like, okay, maybe. But if you ask for the basic, like something like that and a big garland,
You really
Yeah.
went a
Yeah.
lot on that leaf.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and remember too, the florists, they get it at very cheap, the flowers. Like
yeah,
they
they're
Well,
freaking
they get it.
expensive.
They
Holy
really
shit,
like they
man.
really get it for very less. They don't. They get it from the wholesaler. I know the wholesalers in Montreal. They get it there what they want. They have to charge more to make a profit.
Of course.
So at the end of
But there's a lot of work involved when
yes,
it comes in.
there is.
Yeah,
There's a
that I
lot of
agree.
work.
That is true. That is a lot to prep them, and it's not easy.
Oh, no.
to-
My best friend
yeah,
owns a flower shop.
to- that's what I'm saying. So that's the thing. I mean, if you think your florist did a phenomenal job,
Yeah.
and let's say if your florist said, hey, maybe if the florist helped guide you on what to pick, what not to pick, what not to use, if they've been at the venue, that's okay. A tip could go a long way.
Yeah, for sure.
But if they did nothing out of the ordinary, it's up to you. Again,
Yeah. I had my
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
friend owns a flower
Yeah.
shop, right? So
Yeah.
I just called and and I said,
Hey.
hey, flowers wedding. Yeah, no problem. I got you covered. Okay, how much? Steph, please.
yeah.
That was the answer.
That's
And I was like,
Oh,
I
nice.
was
That's-
like,
yeah.
not gonna happen, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
exactly.
And I
yeah.
said, well, no, at least give me cost, right?
What you're, yeah.
And so I paid something.
Yeah.
I paid. It definitely wasn't because I had the lily. Is it lilies?
The calla lilies?
Calla lilies
Yeah.
all over,
Yeah.
right? And I just paid cost, but I wanted to tip them.
Of
But,
cour- but
the
you-
look,
yeah.
no, like I had a tip ready, and they looked
Yeah.
at me and they were gonna punch me.
They were
No,
gonna-
they
I
were
said-
insulted.
Okay,
Yeah, fine.
but
But,
the year after, I think it was confirmation,
huh.
and so I played for them. I brought a singer,
Yeah.
and we played the whole night. And then they came with the envelope, and I
nice.
said, "Don't you dare!"
Yeah.
Nice.
So I said, turn around and walk away. And they're like, no, come on, we know what it is. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, right?
Yeah.
But
But that's what I'm saying too. You have to look at it. If the florist is your family friend and they're doing okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You have to look at the circumstance. You have to look at all the logistics. If it's a family friend, and you have to look at it all. So I always tell my clients, look at the bigger picture first. Do you know them? Are they doing?
Yeah.
Like you have to look at.
are you
everything.
inspired
To
to
be-
tip them?
yeah.
That in the end,
Yeah.
are you inspired?
to tip them more than what you
I
paid?
would.
Yeah.
I would. Even if it was a
sometimes-
family friend, I would.
sometimes
It's
you-
different with the family friend.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't know what it is required in any type of
It's
business
true
until you see it.
Until you see it.
And so sometimes you're like, oh my God, I
But
paid
I do-
$3,000 and that's what they did.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like I paid $3,000 and that's what they did.
It's like,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
for
It's like, what the fuck?
$3,000,
Yeah.
yeah. And remember, flowers. Speaking of flowers, they make a big difference at a wedding. They really
they're
add
beautiful,
to the,
Of course.
The
they
vibe, the
add
ambiance.
exactly. Even if it's a few little like this, would add. It still adds to something,
Oh, look at that. Look at the Wedding Chimes flowers. Look how cute
So
that is.
pretty.
Oh, it's so nice. Look at that.
But like I said, you have to be like you said. You
Yeah.
have to be inspired. That's
Yeah.
I think the key. To have to be inspired by their work. What did they provide?
Yeah. I don't think you need to tip nowadays.
No,
Personally, at a wedding,
I think they
don't
include
so.
it. That's
Some,
what I would think.
but that's why I always say read the contract
Yeah,
to
I
see
think
if
they
it's
would.
read the fine print like to the bottom. Read it.
I think the people would know that the tipping is a little bit of a
Gray area, like you
gray
said.
zone.
But that's
so
why
I think they would include
and
it.
that's
Well,
how,
what's the theory again? Like, a restaurant, the theory in tipping, it was for many years, now it's different, but it's waiters, waitresses, and who
Bar,
else gets
bar.
tipped?
But waiters and waitresses,
Yeah, the bar,
the
yeah.
bar. I find the
But
bar.
fuck, the
they-
bar is annoying. Like, I paid $10 for that
Yeah.
cognac, and you want a tip? Like,
they
what the fuck?
expect it.
They have a
expect
tip
it.
jar.
I know.
They
It's
have
their
a
salary.
little-
There's
and-
something wrong with the system.
No, but do you notice when you go out and they
Yeah.
key in your
Yeah,
bill and all
exactly.
the screen that they hand you
It's
is
always
the
tip.
tip
yeah,
screen.
already.
Zero.
So you don't.
So it's like
even,
15, 20, 25%,
So you
and
don't.
I'm like,
so
what?
you don't even have a choice. It shows up. You're like,
Oh, no, you have a choice to say 0, and I
Yeah.
look for the 0, and I'm showing them. Where's
yeah,
the 0 here?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
you
I
do
get
that?
frustrated.
I don't like the fact that they put it
Yeah,
on the
that's
screen.
on-
That
it's
I
like-
don't like.
it's
It's
like-
very tactless.
Even for me, I'm like, I want to pick how much I want to tip you. I shouldn't have to be.
I shouldn't be
yeah.
prompted to,
Yeah.
by the
And
screen.
what happens if I want to tip you in cash? What
Like,
happens if I don't want
waiters
to,
are waiters are tipped because their salary is not minimum wage.
I
and it's less than
understand
minimum
that,
wage.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so a waiter in a restaurant,
It's a
Yeah.
different
their
story,
hourly
yeah.
rate is less, and they work hard.
Yeah.
They
They
do.
have
It's not
juice.
easy.
Yeah.
I get it. Anything other than that, the product that I am buying is paid
Yeah.
is at a profit.
Yeah.
And
to
so
me, it's our
that
Starbucks,
person's
yeah.
salary is that person is getting paid minimum wage and not, if not more.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
Like,
but yeah.
I don't know what's the theory here. What are we doing? Like I said,
Yeah.
above and beyond.
Yeah, above
Beautiful.
and beyond, and if you feel inspired,
If you made
if
it,
you're
I agree.
inspired enough to be like, wow, I must tip the
yeah.
the photographer because wow, he took initiative to do this, to do that. I didn't even ask him.
Exactly.
And then
you
they
know?
impress you that they've noticed.
And I
Exactly.
find
That's what it
and I
is.
find to some vendors, not all vendors, I find some vendors that I worked with, they put on, I want to say like a show to get tipped. I find.
Yes.
Like
yes,
not
I
all,
agree.
not
Yeah.
all vendors, but I find some do an extra show, like, oh, move out of the way, let me help. You know, it's like, come on.
yeah, I know.
Like, what is that going to change? I know who's getting tipped. I have the envelopes with me.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You're naming, like, you know,
Your name's not in the hat,
like,
bro.
sorry, bro, but some clients, they give me, like I said, the pre-labeled envelope, so I give it on their behalf, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But I don't tell the vendors you're getting a tip, because I know when you're leaving, I know when you're coming.
Yeah.
So at the end of the night before I leave,
If you leave before and I still have your envelope,
but I
They're
tell
fake.
them, but before they go, I'm like, hey, I have to give you something. So
Yeah.
they know, okay, let me wait, whatever. But I don't tell them they're getting tipped because you're working. Why should you be bribed with a little tip?
Absolutely not.
Like,
Exactly.
so
It
that's
defeats the
why,
purpose.
so that's why I always tell couples, either you give it to them after, but don't say you're getting a tip because you're going to go say bye to them or they're going to say, hey, I'm leaving, like any other pictures, then you tip.
yeah.
What would be a service or a vendor that you would suggest? Like, it's not typical to tip, but you would
Typical?
say, you know,
Typical?
the amount of work that person does.
I find an untypical vendor is either like, let's say a coffee station, like an external coffee station, because
Sure.
they're
Yeah, that's
always
good.
like busy.
You see that's
Like,
something.
Good. That's
like,
good.
And most venues don't come with an external coffee
Yeah,
bar
and see that guy is work. Those two guys
or three. Maybe.
probably
are,
work from
If
home.
you're
are
lucky.
working on a Saturday night,
yeah.
Then Sunday.
and then Sunday,
For,
and
like,
that
yeah.
Saturday night is not like a typical 9 to 5
No,
day.
Yeah.
It's
They're
they show up to prepare it before.
In the
Yeah.
morning, and then they
And
come
then they
back,
come
and then,
back.
but in between they have other events, so they're running back and forth, and then they're only
Yeah.
coming to your.
Yeah,
so
I can definitely
So
see
They,
that.
again, if you have an external coffee station, I say yes. If you have the means, if you want
Yeah.
to, go for it. You know,
Yeah.
of course.
And if they put a tip jar, it's cool. They
Yeah,
don't force
it's
it.
fine. Yeah, they're not saying, it's at your discretion.
Yeah.
Who else? I'd say another one is sometimes, like, let's say we have a photo booth, but then you have like an attendant to help, because sometimes if there's like difficulties or something, like they're making sure the photo booth runs well, so that could be
Yeah.
interesting. It could, because they're there the whole night.
That's true.
Just
It's a long night.
waiting for people to come in. I know, and I've seen it, if a photo booth is more complicated to use than others, because depends.
Yeah,
You know, you need someone to be there, So I think that could be interesting because they're usually one person. And especially the photo booth with the printer on the side where they have to take it out and
Yeah.
because you're not going to, you're not going to be the one. So that Two could be if you have the means to, why not? You know, because sometimes photo booths they don't come with the photographer. Some do, some don't. So always see if it's from the same company or is it from just like individual company.
Yeah.
Who else would typically not get? So you have coffee station. If you have like, let's say a service coming, like example, like a performer, like that's not from a band, like let's say a violinist or something,
dancer or something.
Something that's not coming from already what you have, then okay, that too, because you know that could be interesting. And then anything.
Except, you know, those are the ones making the most
the
money.
most
eh?
money.
So at the end, you have to look at everything. But I say, you know, at the end of the day, you know, as vendors, we're not expecting to get tipped. But even a 5-star review could go a long way too. So I mean, I'm just saying
I
it
think
could.
It goes a long way.
It
yeah.
goes
I
a
think that's
super long
stronger.
way.
I think
you
that would be
don't
stronger.
understand how much one review could literally make a difference.
Yeah.
It could make, or even to send to tag on Facebook to be like, hey, at so and
Sure,
so,
yeah,
like
tag
a
with
shout
it,
out
yeah.
saying, hey, thanks, let's say
Yeah.
whoever for providing this, blah blah blah, like, and then you make it public so people see who you're tagging, and then it brings you to their page, you know.
Yeah.
Even that could go a long way too. So it doesn't have to be monetary. It
Yeah,
could
for
just
sure.
be gratitude, saying, hey, thanks for having my back. You really made my wedding a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it makes
You
sense.
know,
I think so, yeah.
or whatever floats your boat. But definitely, I'd say, you know,
I asked, like, look at, not the little, I don't want to say the little people. I'm a vendor and I tip at a wedding.
yeah,
Like I literally, if I go to the bar, because I know they pay for me, but they pay for me, let's say, to have open bar and the meal, but I'm also working.
yeah,
But just because I'm working, the waiter, the waitress or the bartender that's making a drink for me,
yeah.
like, they're still doing a service.
They
I'm not
did,
going to give it to the owner of the hall, that's for sure, because
It's
he doesn't give
going
a fuck.
to the tip jar to them, yeah.
Yeah, like the minute I get there and like, hey man, thank you, and I'll put a 20
Yeah.
for the whole band. You know, let's say
Yeah.
we all take turns. And
We all,
just to show, you know,
the
because
gratitude, yeah.
you know they take care of us, and
Well, you have each other's back.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
That's good,
at the end
that's
of the
good.
day, it's like, hey, because even as a planner, what I do is, example, for any vendors, I make sure everyone eats. I'm like, okay, we're getting supper.
Oh, tip the planner, that's
and-
for sure. Fucking A, tip the planner.
Hey, all I'm saying is, you know, it is
I
It's
got your back.
minimum
I got your back.
30%.
write it in my contract. Imagine, oh God. But definitely, like, as a planner, I could tell you, like, I do what I can to help the band. Let's say DJ. Let's say if the valet outside too, you could tip two of the valet because they're usually external companies. Example, like usually valet, they're not.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
external company. Yeah.
So, example, I make sure the valet, they're eating or drinking, whatever, they want coffee. I run the band, DJ, they're all okay, you know?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're all working and we're trying to do our best, you know?
And you know what? That's something that that's something that I was mentioning before. Like, you don't know the amount of work. So, like, if you're a planner, you don't realize. You think, okay, this is someone just to make sure to organize that everything is on time, right?
Yeah.
But then when you physically see the planner
On wedding day.
taking
wedding
care
day,
of
then-
taking care of the fucking limo guy, going outside to say, "You want a coffee? Is everything okay?" That's
Yeah.
like, wow, she went above and beyond to make sure that my vendors were all
Yeah,
covered.
or not only that, but just to make sure they're on time, you're okay.
You
Is there
know,
an emergency?
I spilled fucking wine and she pulls out the Tide out of her purse
Yeah.
and she runs to the car.
Which
Wait, I
Tide
have
do
to.
you want?
No, but you know what I mean? It's like you
Yeah.
She
say,
dabs it.
wow, like she thought of
And not
this,
only,
and that's
yeah,
it's
and
work,
not,
you know?
Yeah.
and not only that, but to make sure, even before the wedding day. And prior to that, I talked to all the vendors. I have a group chat with the photographers usually, so we're all in the same.
Holy cow. So you're like settled in
I,
there.
like for the wedding on Sunday, I'm messaging them tomorrow because they're everyone's busy. But I usually a few days before say, hey, are we ready for everything?
Are we ready? I'm ready.
And then I put them in a chat so I could all FaceTime them at the same time. So I don't
Look
have
at
to go and be
you.
like, where are you?
It's the grand poobah of wedding
So
planners.
I definitely, it's down to a science. You have to be
It's down to
prepared.
science.
Because if I'm looking for you, I want to know where are you and share your location with me so I
Oh
could
my
track
God.
you.
Oh
Be
my
like 10
God.
minutes away. Sure. I asked. It happened before. I had to literally track down a
You know
photographer.
that's the reason why there's a lot less wedding bands nowadays. It's true. It got way too complicated.
What?
Oh yeah, bands are like, I do not want to put up with that. Like not because you did something or anyone
It's a
did,
lot.
because it's like,
It's a
hold
lot
on.
to-
I'm hired to because it gets so complex. I'm hired to provide music and entertainment.
And that I like to listen to the music too when
And
I'm
it's
running
cool.
around.
Right? And that's
Like in a
fun.
circle.
Like,
Yeah.
who wouldn't want to get paid to do it?
Yeah.
It's great.
I-
It's just that
yeah.
you need to plan. And I'm so glad I don't own the band because I love doing weddings now
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
I owned the
yeah.
band before and it was driving me insane.
It depends also
Crazy.
the type of planner you. It depends, but
No, it's not
yeah.
even the planner. It's the and
the
and I
logistics
understand.
too. It's all the logistics that.
It's a one day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
but
very important.
There's so much happening in that one day.
And if the
And-
bride wants this color,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and if the groom
Forget-
wants
yeah.
this song at
Yeah.
that time,
Yeah.
and it's like, whoa,
And then
whoa,
you
I'm
have-
just supposed to go on stage and,
and then you
play
have the
fucking
master
music.
schedule. You have everything, and it's a whole.
Exactly.
A whole.
You see people go crazy when was it on Saturday? The hall was it this Saturday? The hall was going crazy because someone in the bridal party had to take a shit. Like this is bad. It
Yeah,
sounds bad on a
it's-
pod, but he literally had to. We lined
They
him
had-
up outside.
Oh God!
He had
stop.
to go.
Oh
He
my
had to
God!
go.
That's my worst nightmare. I'm like, where are you?
He had to go. No,
Yeah.
no. He was down and. And another one in the bridal party was breastfeeding. The
Yeah,
baby
well,
was
that's-
crying.
Oh, yeah, but that's
yeah.
And the hall was freaking out, saying like, "The fucking end! It's
Well-
gotta come out! It's gotta come out! We still have the opening dance and
Well,
the sparklers.
chill.
It's gotta come out! It's gotta." I'm like, dude, I'm here. I'm on stage. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I could start playing, but if the guy's taking a shit,
And
we're not
he's
doing
breastfeeding.
this. We're not doing this until
Oh
that happens.
my
Was there a planner at
God.
least? Please tell me there was
Um,
someone.
See, the thing is, I see this commotion happening, and I walk the other way.
Okay.
I go to the bar and I ask the
Hey,
bartender,
another
"Hey,
Caesar?"
here's another 10, and I'm gonna have another Caesar while I'm
Yeah,
waiting."
while
Right?
I'm waiting. But look, at the end of the day, things happen.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't predict that the baby would cry this
No,
minute,
no,
and he
that's-
had to go
Yeah.
to the washroom. You know,
It
Maybe
gets
he was sick.
It
I don't
gets
know.
who knows?
stressful.
He never maybe too much stress, anxiety, and he literally had
Had
to
the
go.
shit.
It was
Sorry.
no, he literally had, yeah, it was funny.
So at the end of the day, you know, things happen, and that's why
We
you
deal
have
with
to deal with it and make the best of the situation.
Yeah.
we have strict orders with the band. Like, it's if you're gonna go to the bathroom, tell me.
Yeah, to
Um,
cover.
But it's
or to-
normal.
And-
I think it's normal.
Yeah, because if we have to go on stage, and literally 2 weeks ago, we this is funny. We had to do the opening dance. We had to do it this twice because the sparklers didn't go
Oh,
off.
stop!
Oh no.
Yeah, so
Stop! Yeah, you
we-
have to time. Yeah, it's
We
just-
played the
yeah.
opening dance, and then we got, it was beautiful pictures. We got off, and it was our break. So we played the song. We went on break, and next thing you know, the bride and groom are talking, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. They're
Yeah.
like, the sparklers never went off.
Yeah,
So they're like, hey, they were talking to the sparkler guy. It wasn't it was
Yeah,
another
it was a
company.
tech.
And they were telling the tech, hey, man, I paid fucking $2,000 to
Yeah,
have this
and
thing.
it's not cheap. The sparks
Right?
they add up.
So the guy says, well, look, I could do it now. And the bride and groom said, okay, let's do our wedding song again so we can do it.
Yeah.
So he turned to us and said, hey, guys, do you mind doing the song again? And for us, yeah, okay, let's
Okay,
go.
we're here. We didn't leave. We
But the
didn't go,
drummer, my drummer, was in the bathroom.
Well,
and we're
yeah,
calling and texting, and it's now, and he couldn't.
That's the
Luckily,
thing,
I
yeah.
play drums. I
So,
got on the
yeah.
drum set, and my poor sound man looked up, and I was like, "You used to play piano, right?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Oh, guess what you're on, buddy?
Read that music sheet.
No.
Yeah, read that
You
music
made-
sheet.
But you made it happen.
We made it happen in
So
2
you
seconds.
can't say
In
you
2
didn't.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the moment is already past.
Well, it was a weird thing to do it again.
Yeah.
I would have just been like,
Look.
"Hey guys, the sparklers."
Or what you
we'll
do
do
is-
another song.
Yeah,
later.
you do
Yeah.
it later. Let everyone just,
They
Yeah.
just soaked in the
yeah.
moment, and now you're
Don't
doing
re-soak it in.
You
What
know
did?
what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, shit happens. That's the point.
Basically.
Literally.
And that's when you see, and that's when shit happens, that's when you see who's working, who's not. And that's where you get
Literally.
inspired to leave a tip.
There you go.
Right?
Perfect way to
I didn't
conclude
get
it.
fucking tipped that
What?
wedding. I played piano and drums and I didn't
Damn,
get
look at you, 2 in 1.
There you go.
that night, yeah.
That has to be in the contract.
By the way.
Oh, by the way, I play both.
By
Now,
the way.
speaking of opening dances.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
The
I am
segue.
the segue
Yeah, the
king
Segway
here.
Nation.
So for this week, it's the song of first dance song of the week
Yeah.
is "Fly Me to the Moon" by Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
man.
just
Good old blue eyes.
yeah. You can't. Depends the type of wedding.
love it. I
If you
love
don't,
it.
it's
Me
like
too,
if you don't
the
want something
moon.
so slow and all mushy and
Yeah.
everyone crying, well, we play this one and no one
Yeah.
will be crying.
And it's
Oh
a
my
good,
God,
it's
it's
a
an
good
oldie.
crooner
you
vibe.
can't go wrong. It sets the mood. Like it, a nice.
See, oldie things set the
Oh,
mood.
when it comes
yeah.
to music,
and
hey,
people
man.
I find is making a comeback. for sure.
Absolutely.
I think is
Old
making
things are,
I
yeah.
think is for sure making a comeback. For sure, next year you're gonna have a lot of old school, less traditional first dance songs for sure.
Less traditional. By the end of the season, I Can't Help Falling in Love 4 times this year.
I walked into that song. I walked
Did you?
into
Yeah.
that song. It was the one from Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
version.
Yeah, because it's a famous Elvis song,
Yeah.
but it's been redone.
It's been
Love
redone,
the
redone, redone.
Elvis
Redone,
one.
redone.
I love the Elvis
No,
one.
that's because you 25 years ago.
love it. I love it. I love the Elvis one.
That's
I
because
really
it's the
do.
silver edition.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah, next year. So
Next
next
year.
year we'll have to remind her.
Yeah.
That you're old.
Are you gonna do a party?
Am
Yeah.
I gonna do a party?
Like, are
no, I don't want to do a party.
Okay, Steph,
No.
we're not invited. It's cool.
What do you mean? No, I have to be invited.
I don't know. I don't know if I like. Is that a thing anymore?
25th anniversary?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 25th,
Yeah,
50.
it's a long time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
It's been a long time
How's
enough.
that way?
It's a long time. Just saying, it's not,
yeah.
So,
Cool, cool, cool. And now we have
thought of
the first thought of the week.
There you go. I like the eyes.
Around 20% of all weddings are destination weddings, with Mexico being the top choice for like U.S. and Canadian couples.
Oh, real Mexico?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'd be too worried to get mugged. Or
Apparently,
No, I wouldn't go to
Mexico
Mexico.
is the place to be. Destination. I mean, destination could be really anywhere, but apparently,
Mexico?
yeah. According to
I wouldn't even travel for, like, not because of anything. Right now, I heard Mexico is dangerous.
Yeah, that too. But
Even
Even
according
Europe,
to
I heard, is dangerous.
I think it's just a general
Cool.
state.
And 20% of weddings
Yeah.
are destination
Yeah,
weddings.
so they're becoming more and more, I guess, a popular choice.
I guess, you know what? After you go through the wedding,
Yeah.
you look at the fucking stress that it was, because it is
I'm not
stressful.
doing this shit.
Yeah.
And you say, you know what? How about we go on a beach
Yeah.
and 20 people show up and we get hammered right
And
after
that's-
that
yeah.
on the
I
water.
would totally-
So
embrace
yeah,
that.
destination weddings are becoming a thing.
A thing. I
Yeah.
heard. I
Lisa,
heard. Yes.
that camera, what's your thought to
I
the
would
thought?
not choose Mexico.
Italy.
No, not even. Where would I choose? I don't know. I would have to
Hawaii.
really think that one out.
Japan,
I don't-
Florida.
A destination wedding I could do. I'm definitely down for a destination wedding.
I'm gonna be certified soon, so
Yeah, there you
Just
go.
You have to
saying.
do destination?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Montreal and around the world.
Beautiful.
in. Yeah, that's very good. But I would choose someplace. I would like someplace maybe slightly remote, picturesque.
Like on a mountaintop,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an elopement.
Fucking
on a
yodel
mount-
with the sheep.
People do that. I've seen people actually do that. They elope on top of them. They take a helicopter up
Uh-huh.
and they
And they
Put
throw
me in
their
a
spouse out the
rocket.
fucking helicopter.
imagine. Bye.
Oops. I
Oops,
was
is that the
supposed
bride?
to get married.
Was that the bride? Gasp.
Gas.
Oh my God.
OMG. Just
What
saying.
happened? No one saw that.
Nobody saw that. How do you fly this thing down? Because now I got to kill the driver.
But people do that actually. Like
Yeah.
they literally go like on a mountaintop. Like people.
I want to be away from the world, damn it.
Quite literally, but it's pretty cool. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
You want a destination
Yeah.
wedding? Sit your ass in a rocket and go to the moon.
that'd be
There's a fucking
original.
destination.
That'd be original.
That's an original
that's a
destination. Now you can tell Shatner, I've done it. I got married there.
first. Oh my god! But definitely, it's wherever you. I guess wherever you want.
Destination wedding it sounds amazing. Like a beach is really, really overdone, though.
Yeah, the beaches
But
are
the
overdone.
idea of
Hold
that
on, overdone.
serenity.
How many beach weddings have you been to?
Actually, when I went on vacation, I saw two.
Oh, how many have
She
you been
saw
to?
it.
No, I saw two. Well,
But
I've
you-
been there because I wasn't
She
part
saw
of the
it
party.
too, but never been to.
I saw two and I was like, oh, that's so nice. And the other one was in Cuba. And then the day after, the whole wedding party got sick because they
Oh,
had
yeah.
that Norwalk virus. And I'm like, in the moment, it was lovely.
By the
Nothing
way,
like
yeah.
Teresa, like the whole party gets fucking
Imagine
Teresa.
your honeymoon night and it's like, I'm the
Talk-
shits, dear.
Talking about the shits.
God.
Fuck, there goes that honeymoon. But anyways, everybody lost weight. The meal you paid for came out of your ass.
By the way, and the plane ticket you paid for, everything you paid for, just.
No, it's like, yes, I did enjoy my wedding meal.
But
it
damn.
fucking came out liquefied. Oh,
There's your tip.
poor guy. You tipped the toilet, the house cleaners there, the room cleaner.
I'll give my thought to the thought
Yeah.
of the thought.
Okay.
I
That
don't
would be
even
the
know what it is.
forethought, but okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't even know what it is. So we're talking destination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20% of
Oh,
couples
I'm
get
a
married.
Hawaii. I'm a Hawaii person.
And then wait.
Hawaii, yeah.
I
It's
love-
nice.
I
You can't go
love-
wrong. It's hot, it's nice weather. You have the
We
scenery.
hope. No
Yeah.
forest fires.
It's honestly that's the thing, right? So
You have to keep in mind too.
it's so perfect that the weather that
Play a big factor,
98% of the you know
So you have to
it's gonna be
obviously do
perfect.
your research. You have to look at when's the best time to get
Yeah.
married. So you have to.
In Hawaii, no.
Oh.
All year round, like
Whatever.
literally all
But
year
still,
round.
yeah.
There's one rainy season, but it's not for long.
But you
It's
have
like
to
3 weeks.
schedule it. You have to look at the whole.
That would
thing.
just suck that you get married in Hawaii. Now, one day that you're there, it's like, fuck.
That would be-
typhoon. What is that?
That's funny. That would be funny.
You have that one day and there's a typhoon. I think there's a message here.
I've
Maybe
been
we
in
shouldn't
Hawaii.
get married.
I've been in Hawaii a total of I did 2 weeks and 3 weeks. A total of 5 weeks, and I never saw. No, I never saw rain.
Huh.
I saw clouds maybe one day. Otherwise, zero rain.
Huh.
Mind you, it wasn't the rainy season.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Because my
Probably
parents,
that.
my parents go 3 months
Yeah,
a year.
but still, destination weddings seem to be, I guess, a
So you're
newer
certified.
trend.
What does
Soon
that?
to
What,
be.
what does that mean? If you don't mind me asking.
So basically,
She
'cause-
can marry you in another country.
no, I'm not an officiant. I would not even. That's another thing. But basically, because the Wedding Planners Institute of Canada, they offered a course for already certified wedding planners.
What is it?
To-
What the fuck is the course? Sorry.
It's the course to be certified in order to do weddings abroad. So they give you the steps. They teach you how to do it. Like
So
the
if I
whole-
wanted to go to Mexico and do it, I'll take care of your wedding.
So that's it. Works similar how it works here. There's a venue coordinator that takes care of the venue, and then you have like if you want, you could hire an external local planner to go and accompany because the language barrier, the rules, the laws. Because remember, the venue
that
they
makes
work like
sense.
they work here. They have their favorite vendors that
Okay.
they. So it's similar, but just in a different country. So
Okay.
basically, they're teaching basically how to do it properly, the rules, how to do things, the regulations, how to get the visas, like everything, like the whole process,
Okay.
pretty much. So soon to be certified.
All right, that's pretty
Very cool, though.
Yeah.
cool.
Like, it's just like really cool.
Gonna, yeah.
You should do a podcast there. Just
And I
saying.
think you should fly us in.
Just all of us just coming.
I'm just saying.
Just saying, you know.
I'm just saying you should fly us in.
And we don't require tip.
That's a good one.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for chiming in.
We thank everybody for chiming in. If you want to go on a destination wedding, we can be there. We offer podcast services with
Yes.
the wedding planner.
Content creation.
And
wedding
we
planning.
don't expect any tips, but we are very entertaining.
Yes.
We are the tip.
We are
Yeah,
the
we
tip.
are the tip.
We're the
Some of us don't
entertainment.
eat much, and I do say some of us because the two people here don't
Damn
eat
it, I'm out.
much. Some of us don't eat much.
Some of us don't drink. Okay, sorry.
No.
That
didn't go
That eliminates another person. But
Oh shit.
we won't get their shit.
Crazy Wedding Chimes with Val on
Alrighty,
YouTube,
guys.
on Spotify,
We're everywhere. Find
Apple
us.
Podcasts,
We'll be there.
Instagram, Facebook. Awesome.
We'll
Have a
definitely
good
be
day.
there and clean.
Have a good
Bye,
day.
guys.
Ciao.